Bull Dracus T, the Patriot, the last pure-blooded Wendigo. I mean, what can I even say to do this man justice? Even at a first glance, Patriot is unlike any Arcanite's design, hell, any gacha game design. He looks like he belongs in a FromSoft game, and that fucking rules. Right out of the gate, Patriot has a striking design, with a head unlike any character seen before or even since. The few Wendigos we do see other than Patriot have more organic looking skulls compared to Patriot's black polygonal design. Later we learn this skull of his is actually a helmet, one that he wears as a result of his oripathy destroying his health. His helmet, that fan on his chest plate, and the rags and shield hiding a lot of his body, and thus much of his anthropomorphic features, helps to humanize him, which in turn reinforces his intimidating presence. His color palette is exclusively black and gray, only really accentuated by orange, which is a trait that every other reunion leader shares. The use of black complements his notably critical oripathy condition, as the crystals that form on the skin of infected people are also black, while gray, in combination with the ragged and torn look of his clothes, can be seen as representative of his old age and the hardships he's endured and continues to endure. This might be a bit of a stretch, but I also like how in his original render, the way the rags are drawn and shaded makes them almost look like icicles. Again, it is a bit of a stretch, but I also think it's still a good and subtle way to not only tie him to Ursus, but also to his adopted daughter, Frostnova. Patriot having this massive shield is also just kinda perfect. Shields are associated with endurance, so him using a shield, being the leader of the shield guards, and even deploying in a phalanx formation in his hardest boss fight are all just perfect fits for Patriot. Not to mention that Patriot himself is a shield, not only in a physical sense, especially because it isn't often shown just how gargantuan Patriot is, but in many metaphorical senses too. You could also use a shield's durability and refusal to break as a way to symbolize a character's stubbornness or vehement dedication, a trait that Patriot embodies to its absolute extremes, and one that his tragedy is deeply rooted in. But even shields break. Patriot carried his burdens for centuries, cursing fate all his life for the suffering it forced on so many people, and swearing to destroy it. In the end, though, the only way to truly defy fate was to defy who he was. In the final seconds of his life, he betrayed himself, and the ideology he followed and enforced for so long. Patriot did what he didn't do so many times. He set his ideals aside, and did what he thought was truly right. You could make the argument that Patriot being a Wendigo specifically doesn't really play into his story that much, so there isn't really a reason for him to be one. But come on, it's such a unique and incredible design. He has such an intimidating presence, such strong connections to his story otherwise, and he's just fucking awesome, man. He's so cool. How could I not give this man an S?